Hello, I wanted to take the opportunity today to talk to you about NS Live 2020, our new venture into online activities that's taking place on the 14th, 15th of July. In particular, I wanted to talk to you about the pricing. I've had some feedback from a few people questioning why indeed we are even charging for such an event. So NS Live, just as a quick outline, is a two-day, I feel like, extended webinar. There's going to be at least 10 speakers over the course of 2 days delivering plenaries. They're coming from Harvard in the USA, McMaster's in Toronto. We've got speakers from France and Holland, and of course from the UK. There's also going to be poster competitions and the chance for OCs. We've had 75 abstracts submitted by the deadline last week, and those are being reviewed and considered at the moment. So over those 2 days you can dip in and out, or you can attend the whole day on both days, or even the single days if you wish. But why are we charging? Well, we've set the prices at £100 for a full member, £50 for a student member, and £25 to support our low income economy members and supporters. There's also a group rate, which you might not be aware of £40, which if a group of 7 or more of you get together and register, that new lower rate applies to all categories. That's a phenomenally good deal. So in terms of just being very open and transparent with you, we go through a process of decision making when setting a price. The first part, of course, is market research. Everybody does that. See what other people are charging, make sure we're in the right ballpark. Then we really have to consider the costs that have to be covered. In this particular case, we're using 2 software platforms, one to host all of the webinars, and then the second one is the platform for the posters and the OCs, and those will be available not just during the 2 days, but you'll be able to look at those posters 24 hours a day for possibly up to a week after the event. We're also at the moment seeing if we can open those a few days before the event, so you can also go in and see. But both of those platforms cost thousands of pounds, and we need to protect the society's income sources at this stage. We're in a very difficult stage with publishing at the moment, and many of you will know that we put tens of thousands of pounds of support into our members through grants and bursaries and fellowships and subsidising all of our conferences, and we don't want to lose that. But we're entering a couple of difficult years where alternative sources of revenue to continue to support that activity is very, very important. I'm going to do a separate video on that in the next couple of weeks to explain to you some of those challenges. The other point we need to consider is the integrity, if I can call it that, of our existing pricing structure. We charge £25 at the moment for one webinar. This particular event, you're going to get at least 10 of those, obviously for a fraction of that price. But if we gave it away for free, and then at the end of this current situation we decided to charge again for our webinars, you would probably rightly say, well, you gave it away for free for several months, why are you now charging? So there is an integrity issue there. And also the quality comes into it. People who attend our webinars, often for the first time, but those who've even been on them several times, the feedback we get about the quality of the speakers and the content, people do not mind paying for quality. Which probably brings me to the inevitable question about free. Why are these not free? And I would ask you just to remember a few things. A few years ago, we put on an event at the Royal Society. It cost quite a bit of money. It does to book spaces there. 125 seats available. We opened it up, free registration. Those seats went within 24 hours. On the day itself, 10 people turned up. There is a saying, there's no value in free, and I think that is a very good example of that. You've got no commitment if you don't have to pay for something. I know it's an awkward concept to talk about, but we're being open here with you and as transparent as we can, and these are real life situations. But also, if you're looking at other events and they are broadcasting themselves as free, do have a look around, look deeply. I was looking at one the other day. Not only is the event quietly sponsored, it's not free as such. 60% of the webinars that they're offering over these few days are sponsored sessions. All of the events at NS Live are completely independent. They are funded by the Nutrition Society, not by outside bodies. And lastly, you know that saying, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Usually you're getting a free webinar because they want to hook you into something at a later stage. Nothing wrong with that. We've probably done it ourselves on a couple of occasions. It's good business practice. We don't need to hook you in with NS Live. NS Live is part of our commitment to bring high quality science to you, to members, to non-members, particularly at an awkward time like this when we can't travel and we can't get together in groups. So I hope that explains the background and the concept of why there is a fee for this event. So register, go and register now, either as an individual or get a group together. And if you get a group together, don't just register as a group, think about the event itself. Can you find a room that you could all be in together for a couple of the sessions? Watch them together on one screen, talk about them afterwards, discuss the science, use it as a networking and an advanced learning opportunity. Lastly, if after all of this and those prices are still a challenge to you as an individual, do email me. If you want to put up a compelling case as to why you need support, I will always listen to that. Every year I give away or find ways of supporting through a bursary or a grant or a complimentary pass, access to our events for people who genuinely are having difficulties. We are an open and friendly society, as I hope this video demonstrates to you, and I'd love to hear from you. But in the meantime, go and register, and I do hope you enjoy NS Live. Thank you very much.